Hey Cohort members, Justin here again to talk a little bit about widgets and customizing your blog. Today we're going to learn about how to add cluster maps, which are those nifty maps, into your blog in an easy few-step process. The first thing you want to do is log into the Cohort and then go to your site. I've created one called Cohort Test, and I'm going to go to my dashboard to see the areas that I can customize. Now your blog has lots of different areas that you can poke around and kind of work on making your own. And one in particular is in here called Appearance, and you'll see you have the ability to change your theme. We've done that before. Widgets are all the little sidebar pieces that you have access to. You can play with menus, and all the navigation of your site can happen in there. Some of your themes have theme options where you can change color and so on, along with the header and putting in an image, and in this particular case, the background image. But today we're going to work on widgets. If you click on widgets, you're going to see that I've loaded a whole bunch of widgets that you can load on and into your site. Now over here you'll see the main sidebar has a search widget currently, so there's some default ones that the blog has naturally. Recent posts will be a list of recent posts, recent comments, a list of recent comments, and so on. Over here you'll see that there are a number of widgets you can use, like for example this add this share widget will allow me to pick from a whole bunch of social media sites, and I can click this and hit save, and then on that my blog will be essentially a list of these buttons, so people who are on your site could link and share your posts with someone else via many of the social services. You also hear you have a live stream. Multi-Twitter is a fun one. Rotating tweets. Experiment with some of these. Some of them, yeah, here's another Twitter one. One in particular we're going to focus on right now is something called text. So I'm going to drag the text widget up, and the text widget, as you see down here, it says you can embed any arbitrary text or HTML. This is a powerful one because you can actually put embed code in here. What is embed code, you say? Well, basically, the internet works on code, and if you know a little bit of HTML, you can put it in here and have things like maps pop up. So, what if I wanted to put a map like this cluster map on my site? Well, it would allow me to track who visited my site, as well others who came and visited my site to see how popular you are. It's just a kind of neat and authentic tool that I like to use with my students in their blogs, so they get a sense of just how far-reaching their words can be. So I'm going to search for something called cluster maps, doing a simple Google search. And then you'll notice here on the cluster maps homepage, it asks you two things. Would you like to create your own cluster map? And I'm going to say yes. So it asks me for my URL. So I'm going to go back to the Cohort blog. I'm going to take my URL, which is cohort21.com/cohort test, but it will be your username or whatever you put. You don't need to put anything else. And then I'll just replace this section here. And then I can put my email address in. So I'm going to throw admin@cohort21.com, and I'm going to hit make my map. So down below, it's going to now give me some code. Now I don't need to know any of that code. I just need to know where I can put it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look here. Which one would I like to use? So I'm going to see that I have a bunch of options here, and I'm going to choose the minimalist one, so B, the B option, and this allows for just the simplest map. So I'm going to copy that and go back to my tab and my HTML text widget that I have in this area, and I can put a little fun title in, like who is visiting me, or something clever, and then I can hit save. Once that's done, I can go and just visit my site and see what that looks like and see how it all shapes out on the front end. So visiting your site when I like to say this is the back end where you work, and this is the front end where the public gets to see you. And so if I scroll down here, we'll get to see that my map is here, and it will update in about an hour, or very soon, with a real live map. And you'll also see up here, here's that social widget that is now in place. So I really encourage you to get in and play around with these widgets, and that can be found in Appearance and Widgets. Drag them over, test them out, see how they look, and play. And make your blog your own, one widget at a time.